Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to teach you how to make this stylish summer shirt dress with a flounce front and tulip sleeves. So I will guide you step by step. So let's get started. We need measuring tape, ruler, pins, fabric of your choice, and this fabric is check one. So I need, I think, 2.5 meters of fabric. So first of all, I will start by cutting blouse part, upper bodice, and bodice length I took 15.5 inches. This fabric has a square, so it is easy to cut a straight line, and you just don't have to mark. Sometime you just go along the lines on this check. So I am measuring according to my bust measurement and the length I require. So you take your own measurement, your shoulder measurement, your bust measurement, and if you have your bodice pattern, just use a bodice pattern to cut upper part. So from the center I am making a neckline, the 2.5 inches all over from the corner, and if you have a French curve ruler, just make a round shape. It is easy to cut a small circle. And then 7 inches, my shoulders are 7 inches folded. It means 14 from the back and 14 from the front. So armhole length I took 7 and waist is 16. So now I'm cutting armholes. So this fabric, I have a lot of fabric, so I just use according to my fabric. So you just how much fabric you have according to your bust measurement, just cut them. So now I am cutting the side of my bodice. So now I'm measuring bust measurement. So and then I will be measuring 0.5 centimeters and make the shoulder diagonal. So I will separate back part and front part, and I'm pinning now one part of the fabric. So for the front part I am going to cut slight oval and V shape. So I gone down 7.5 inches. So this is totally up to you how deep your neck you want, and then this is how it looks like. And front I am going to cut down because we are going to add plackets for the buttons. I'm making like a shirt dress. And for a skirt part I folded this fabric, and according to your waist measurement I am taking 8 inches because my waist is 16 and half of the 16 is 8. So this fabric is folded, so I cut 8 inches. And now I am putting this piece back because it will be easy to make circle. So total length, whatever the length you want, you can take it. I am taking 29 inches from this folded edge. So keep marking your length. For example, I'm taking 29, so from the corner 29 all over, 29 again, 29, and then we can join these marks and cut all around. So this is our skirt part, and it is like a complete circle. So this fabric has like a straight line, so I'm just cutting from the center, and make sure do not cut both sides, just cut one side and that will come in front. So this is how it looks like, our skirt part. And now I'm going to cut flounces. So it's like I'm going to cut continuous ribbon of flounce. So for that I am taking this paper, it's called cross and dot paper, mark the center, and from the center we will start by making one mark in the center, then 2 inches all around. So basically we're making 2 inches circle. It's totally up to you, you can make 1 inch circle as well, and smaller the circle will be and nice and deep flounces will be. So this is I have a bendy ruler, so you can if you don't have it, just match the marks, because this is a 2 inches wide circle. And then after that, whatever the size of flounces you want, just take a measurement. I'm taking 4 inches from the circle, 4 inches. I keep marking, and then match all the points and make another circle. Because we want a continuous round, so from the center, because we mark 4 inches, now I have widened my bendy ruler and I placed on the mark 4 inches from the center circle, and now I will start making 4 inches mark like this. Now keep marking 4 inches distance and keep making circle at the same time. That's the best way I could find to make continuous ribbon, circular ribbon, or we can call it flounce. And then when it is ready, we will cut it. So basically you just keep marking. Now this is an edge and you will be marking from there, not from the center circle. Now keep marking 4 inches. So in this way we will have a continuous ribbon. Now our pattern is ready, and now simply place the pattern on a fabric, fold the fabric twice, and then start marking. And after marking, cut the fabric so it will be exactly like our pattern, like a straight ribbon. So that is a secret behind, like smaller the circle from the center and tight circle will be, so the more flounces you will get. If it will be loose, then there will be less flounces. Yes, this is how it looks like. It's pretty nice flounce. We will use around our neckline, and that will be the front part of our dress. Now I am cutting diagonally bias strip to place on the neckline, because flounces will be at the base and then we need a finishing line. So these strips will be finishing our neckline. So I am cutting 1.5 inches wide strip. So I have two strips I will be using for my neckline. Now I will be facing right side toward each other, and I will start by stitching shoulders. And now I have stitched shoulders together. So now I will start by adding flounce. So it's totally up to you if you want thicker flounces, or then you can add little pleats, but the base of the flounce is quite nice and deep anyway. So I'm using pins. Now around the neckline I wanted more flounces, so I am adding little pleats after 1.5 inches distance. It's totally up to you. This is your choice if you want to add more pleats. So after 1.5 inches I'm adding little pleats, and I'm using my needle and thread to fix them first, and then I will add bias binding to finish it off and take it under the sewing machine. So I am going to do all around the neckline, because I have cut I think quite a lot of flounce, so I just make a design. So if you have a less fabric, so this is totally your choice. You can make the style you want. So I have a fixed flounces around the neckline, and I use my sewing machine to give one stitch so they will be fixed. And now I'm going to add bias binding around the V part, oval part of the neckline. Now I am adding bias binding, and after attaching bias binding around the neckline, I will fold it, take it under the sewing machine first and stitch it, and then I will fold it like this. And I have stitched it using my sewing machine. Now I am going to fold it inside like this. And now flounces, around flounces I am using my bias binding. It is a ready-made bias binding. You can make it at home as well, but this is too many flounces, so there is no point of making it at home. So I bought this pack, and I'm using it around the neckline. So it is a very easy way to add bias binding. You can fold one side under the sewing machine. This is how it looks like, and now I'm going to give another fold because they are ready made and folded edge. So simply you just open them and fix it with the fabric and then give another fold, and they look quite pretty around these ruffles and flounces. Now I have fixed this bias binding around the neckline, and start getting into shape, and this is the time to attach the sides of the bodies, and then we will fix the skirt with it. Now I'm going to stitch sides of this bodies, and then we will fix them with the skirt. Open side of the skirt will come to the front side because the front of the dress is open as well. It's just like a shirt dress. And now I am adding a strip, 2 inches wide strip in the front, and to make a placket, and we will add buttons on this part. So this is a continuous strip I am adding, that including in my bodice and skirt. So it will be like a shirt dress, and a long button placket I am adding. So from the front other side of the dress as well, I added one blanket. Now the 2 overlapping side of the dress, they come on one another. I fix them with a pin, and I will add buttonholes. You can make buttonholes, or you can make just place buttons. Now I'm going to make tulip sleeves. Length of the tulip sleeve is totally up to you, and width, mine is 6 inches. I am keeping 6 inches folded. My arm is 11 inches all around, so I'm keeping 1 inch extra seam allowance, and I'm going to give a shape to this sleeve. And I will give a slight curve for the shoulder. Now there are 2 parts of the sleeves I cut, and then I will mark the center. So I'm using my spare pieces which I left over. There was a leftover pieces. Now I'm marking the center. From the center of the sleeves, I will be taking 3 inches. Mark 3 inches from the center, and then give a curved shape, slight curve. You can use your French curve ruler, or you can do freehand drawing as well. So I'm giving a slight curve because the tulip sleeves, they will be overlapping each other. So this is a one part, and now I am using this part to cut other part. They will be overlapping each other. So now this is the right side, and then I'm cutting left side. Then I will be adding bias binding on them as well, and then they will overlap each other like a tulip petals, like this. So this is a one sleeve, and then I will be cutting the same style, the second one. Now I'm going to add bias binding similarly, just like I added in the flounces. Now I'm adding bias binding around the curve edge of tulip sleeves. I'm using the same ready-made bias binding. You can make it at home as well. This is your choice. Now this is how it looks like. This both sides like this. So they are easy to stitch around the sleeves, because I will just fix it with a pin. Do not stitch at the moment. And the sides, this is another sleeve, and first of all I will stitch from the side of the sleeves, and then overlapping I will do at the end. In this way, and when you reach at the top of the shoulder, then you can do it. Now I have fixed the side, and I'm making sure the stitches they matches each other. And now this is how our sleeve look like. From the shoulder, make sure that this overlapping is coming on a shoulder. And now I have these black buttons. I'm using black buttons on this dress. You can make buttonholes or simply fix it. And this is how my dress looks like after adding buttons. And I'm going to add bias binding at the base of the dress as well, because this is a georgette fabric, and this is how it looks like. And it's give quite nice drape. It's a circle skirt and a shirt style. There are a lot of learning, I think, in this dress. Is I'm making basically the shirt dress and flounces on the front, and I show you how to cut these flounces, how to cut these tulip sleeves. There's a lot of learning, and hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and love to hear from you, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.